I was in graduate school. I was studying cell signaling, so this stuff was right up my alley. And it wasn't until a doctor sort of sat me down and said, you know, you really do have symptoms that are consistent with Lyme disease. At that point, that whole exchange catalyzed my own interest, so I went back into the literature to try and understand what did it mean to have long-standing Lyme disease. And that's when I realized that there was this hugely contentious field where people have been arguing for decades about the persistence of this organism, its capacity to evade the immune system, how it impacts people on a long-standing basis. And it piqued my interest.
The University of Guelph was given $1.4 million today to create a new lab to better understand Lyme disease.
Unraveling the mysteries of Lyme infections has become a personal mission for winery owner Rosanna Magnotta.
Lyme disease is a huge and complex issue, and if you look at it as a whole, it seems insurmountable. And what we have to do in the lab, one of our central challenges, is to take these big questions that have been plaguing society for a while and to try and break them down into small components that we can tackle in the laboratory. We have this underlying problem here that we have not been able to address so far.
We are taking a stand against an escalating threat, and we are doing so by bringing a very powerful weapon to that table, and the weapon is science.
This is an opportunity to go in there and really see what is continuing to make people ill and then develop strategies to ameliorate that. So I think one of the unique things that we offer in this lab is a clinical academic pipeline. And that's what really sets us apart, and what we're trying to develop here is this idea that we are going to be working with patients as stakeholders and as collaborators in research, and that we're studying the conditions that they find relevant. So this idea of long-standing Lyme disease, chronic Lyme disease, post-treatment Lyme disease, these are the most contentious manifestations of this disease, and that's where we want to be situated, because that is what Canadians have told us is going to make the biggest impact. We don't want to do research that doesn't have clinical significance. We want to be able to bring something to the clinic that will impact the health of Canadians.